still waiting for the dead EFF to be resurrected.
Okay, thank you. Shalika? Maybe let's, can you? The other side,
Facilitator. There's someone who can resurrect EFF for us.
Okay, what I want to do is I'm going to let the Councillor Nobuhle Tim from Action SA to introduce herself. Let me explain what the process is now. We're about an hour into our 90-minute debate. I want to open up to the floor. And so I'm going to ask Councillor Nobuhle to answer the question that I just asked around. The JCA has made 3 proposals to the President about how to deal with the crisis in Johannesburg. First proposal has been around dissolution of council. What is your position on that? Would you support that? Second has been a option of putting the city of Johannesburg under administration in some way. And then the third has been a longer term, or perhaps a post-2026 suggestion of moving from a system of a mayor, a mayoral committee, to an executive committee in order to fully reflect the power sharing in the council. So what is Action SA's position on those issues? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would firstly like to apologize on behalf of Action SA. This is not how we carry ourselves or conduct ourselves. The person who was supposed to be here, the person who was supposed to... No. I'm about to explain if you give me an opportunity.
You don't have to shout that we have apologized.
Thank you. So when it comes to dissolution of council, we're very vocal about this. We don't believe in that. And the reason why we don't believe in dissolution of council is because we still think there is an opportunity and a chance for us as Action SA and the Democratic Alliance and the IFP, all those political parties that are part of the multi-party charter, to come together and get into government. But as everyone might be aware, we've got a problem with the Democratic Alliance when it comes to working with the PA. But what we are saying as Action SA is, put your ego aside. This is for the better, or this will make the residents of the city of Johannesburg get the service delivery that they need up to date. You can see what's happening. So we do not believe in the dissolution of council. We think that was just a witch hunt that was done. If the Democratic Alliance wants the city of Johannesburg to function, they know what to do. We are still at the table and we are waiting for them to come back. When it comes to putting the city under administration, look, for us, we all know what will happen. ANC will have control, okay? Will have control. At least right now, sitting on opposition benches, there's some things we find out about that we can be vocal and tell the residents, this is what's happening. I can give you an example, the VIP protection. Just imagine if they were if the city was put under administration. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know anything about that. What's happening currently with GFS? Things like that, they'll keep quiet because it's in their political party, right? They're in charge of the whole municipality. Right now, they've got those other political parties that can stand up and say, but now, African National Congress, you are jumping the line, and you have to be vocal about it. So that's why we don't support it. Can you please repeat the third one?
Moving to a system of executive committee instead of having a mayor like we currently do. Instead of having an executive mayor like we currently do.
Well, that one I'll have to say with executive mayor, I'll support that. But the problem right now is we've got an executive mayor who's not really the executive mayor, we call him a puppet mayor. So you need a suitable candidate not just anyone. You need a suitable candidate. That system did work in the past, it's just that currently it's not working because we also have executives who no one is holding them accountable. If you've got an executive mayor who's a puppet, how is he going to hold the executive accountable?
Who else should be holding the executive accountable? What's the role of other councillors in holding the executive accountable?
Everyone. Everyone, even the city manager. At times we do reach out to the city manager and tell him of our grievances, but hey, at this moment in time, I also feel like a resident. I don't feel like a councillor because all our complaints fall on deaf ears.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that contribution from you, Councillor Nobuhle. I'm going to open up for questions. Please can, Lisa, can you help me with the, with just counting out? Hold on. Yes. Please count how many hands here?
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
There was a first question at the back. Are you the gentleman?
That's me.
10 on the side.
Okay, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Please remember your hand.
8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then there'll be 9 minutes. Okay.
So we're not going to get the chance to ask questions?
You will. You will. That's 9, then it's a 10, and it's 11. Do we have you guys counted out there? Okay, great. We're going to start on this side, and then we're going to go on this side. So all of you will be able to ask your questions. They'll be responded to, and then I'm going to come to this side. Gentlemen, you're shaking your head. You're number 10. You're going to ask your question after this next round, after this first round of questions. Okay.
Good morning, thank you very much for showing up today. I just want to know from each of you, and it's been touched on, what exactly does public participation mean to you? It's outlined in the law, but how exactly is that supposed to be an actual thing? It was supposed to be one of the questions that was put to you. How do you intend to work with civil society? So how do you see us playing a part in what you're doing, and how do you intend to give us feedback and work with us on this? So for instance, Ms. Marrero, you mentioned the Region E participation. You were also at the Region B IDP engagement. Did you feel that that was a full engagement? Did you get anything out of it? Do you feel that the residents got something out of that? Because I can tell you in person, I found it very difficult to follow. I found it very difficult to engage. We sent you a letter, as Joburg can, to...
May I be disrupted? The question should not be motivated.
Yes.
So that we can move on.
So I just want to ask, did you receive our letter to extend the deadline for the IDP engagement? And what will you be doing about that, because 21 days is insufficient to be able to engage with the budget and IDP?
Thank you very much. Next question.
My name is Ahmed Mutala. I live in this neighborhood. Question to each one of you. We all know the country, the city is deteriorating, falling apart. We see the evidence every single day. What is your personal responsibility in preventing this? What are you doing? We'd like to know. The second is, I attended the IDP in this center. For me, it was an absolutely meaningless exercise. It was not a consultation. It was just a political exercise to pretend that you were consulting. What does meaningful consultation mean for you?
Thank you. Nice and short. It's on. Just we're going to keep the. Please keep the microphone on. If you push up and just pass it on, you don't need to fiddle with it.
It is there we go. My name is Bill Hassan. The question I've got is, to what extent are you, and I must just say that unfortunately we seem to have, just looking at the political side of the problem, there's another big administration, the actual civil servants who do the work and whether they are professional, and to what extent are you ensuring that the professionalisation of the civil service is being reflected, and we're not having cadre deployment, and that all that sort of background is being set aside, and let's get the proper people doing the proper jobs.
Excellent question.
I just want to say that we're all aware that we all have problems in your parties. Okay? You are there because of us. What I want to ask you is, what exactly do you intend doing for us as the people and not the parties? Because you guys are fighting amongst yourselves and you forget about us. It's about time you people think about us. We pay our rates and taxes. We do everything that is, we are law-abiding citizens. You people care more for the people that are not law-abiding, and you do more for them than what you do for us. We have enough problems in our communities. And what are our councillors doing? Because when we talk to our councillors, every time we've got to be told, talk to your councillor, they will take it in. When our councillor does listen to us, and he takes it to you guys, like the lady says, deaf ears. Thanks in time, you guys, listen to us as people and do for us.
Thank you. Sorry, ma'am, what's your name?
Saida.
Saida, thanks, Saida.
Good morning, my name is Benjamin. I'm a Joburg resident for close to 33 years. You want to comment on a statement that was made, and specifically about accountability and performance management. There is zero accountability and very little performance management in public sector and in this city specifically. The benefit that we have in the private sector, if we do not do our jobs, we will get fired. If you do not do your jobs, absolutely nothing happens. So my heart beats for you that you have taken a 5-year contract. If you do not perform, you should go.
Thank you.
Okay, my name is Ahmed. I'm an advocate. I just want to just say this from hearing what you guys are saying now. I'm convinced that if you guys, there's no place for party politics in local government, because you guys are about competition and contestation. You guys are not about cooperation and consensus. By right to Comrade Dada to be the mayor, but and I say this with all due respect to Mayor Gwamanda. He's a very nice guy, but I mean, we can't have this.
Thank you.
And I just want to say one other thing. There's 1% and 5% threshold is all nonsense. Yes. It's all crap. Sorry. And I just say also, Councillor Galinga, you know, I never engaged with you on social media. Yet you still software to block me. And I see that's something that your party has done.
Thank you. Can we please go to the... there was one more question. And then we...
Ali from the Robert Chan Action Group. For me, the shenanigans of the politicians shouldn't bother service delivery.
Yes.
I think the biggest problem we are having is that there's a contamination of the civil service by these politicians. Yes. And that's where the problem is. No matter what shenanigans these guys have, we should have had a civil service that works.
Thank you.
These politicians are going to Parliament now to try and work out legislation on how to govern coalitions. Nobody's talking about how to create a professional civil service accountable to the citizens. What are these politicians putting forward to us to say, well, no matter what we do as politicians, you will get water provided in your taps?
Thank you very much.
That's the question.
That's the question. Okay. And then there's no repeat questions. Are we done on this side? No. Okay, there's two.
Thank you very much. Mine is not a question, it's an input.
But how long is the input? Because we are asking questions because there's a whole lot of people on this side also.
Thank you. My name is Sabiso. Yes. I'm very disappointed from these leaders here.
Yes.
I think it's about time we draft a bill. In this bill, we need to ensure that councillors need to remain as councillors. They need not to contest or to take part in the executive. The people who need to take part in the executive of the mayoral committee, they need to be people who are independent, who are a political party, and then these people, they must go to interviews. And there must be a panel that must interview those people to ensure that they are qualified. I mean, we are having Dada Marrero here, and he didn't even
Point
do.
is taken.
Okay, okay.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Also, brief.
Very brief. My name is Juliette Levy. The Financial Mail, for which I usually work, wrote an article last year, and this is for Mr. Marrero. A 12-year study done by a consultant called Paul Nell, along with Charles Cox from Ratings Africa, said that they analysed the maintenance budgets, the allocation to maintenance budgets. You said it was 5 to 6% on average for the city of Joburg. Their analysis, which was comprehensive over 12 years to 2020, was that Joburg only spent 3.1% of its budget on maintenance. Why was that below the national norm? And the national expected level is 8%. So why was it so far below that? Thanks.
Thank you. And then last question.
And most of the things have already been covered. I'm Patty Victoria. I just want to raise this question that to what extent does the political parties there take into consideration the multi-spaces? Because it's not